Hey, what's up, guys? Ron Harris here, Ron Harris Muscle, and Andrew Jack. No surprise, just won the Texas Pro for the third year in a row. Before we get started, please subscribe, like, share, ring that bell. It doesn't cost you anything. It really helps me out as I try to build this channel. This is how it went. Let's take a look at some footage, guys. I know that's why you're here. Footage. So, going to go straight to the awards first. I was a little surprised. Nathan Epler took third. I had him a solid second. Nothing against Jordan. I prefer Nathan's physique. He is smaller. Jordan's got size on him, but I really like Nathan's shape, just the muscle density, just the way everything flows. I just like his physique a little bit better. So you could see here looked like they were already setting everything in front of Andrew, even though they hadn't announced him as the winner yet. But they got the wolf pack. They got the trophy right in front of him. I think Jordan obviously knew it was Andrew's show. They all knew. And there was the announcement. Well earned, Andrew. No surprise, like I said. If anybody watched footage of the judging earlier, it was fairly obvious he was going to win this. He just dominated the show. This is a fifth place in the Olympia last year, guys. So there was nobody of that caliber in this show. Pretty easy win. He cruised in at, I would say, something like 85, 90% of the condition he could be in. And he will be in at the Mr. Olympia. So picked up his qualification right here. And people were saying, why didn't he do a tougher show like Dubai? What does it matter what show you do to qualify? It would be strategically, it would be kind of silly to take a chance and pick a show where you may not win, which I suspect Hunter Labrada, it would have certainly been easier for Hunter Labrada to stay in his home state of Texas. Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth area, I don't know, 8 hours apart, something like that. It's a big state, but still, he's going all the way to Italy to get his qualification, which he just has to beat Nexzilla and maybe Beirut to do that. Not sure who else other than Beirut is going to be there. But he pretty handily did that. And this is what he needed. He just needed a qualification for the Olympia. Let's take a look at his routine. So this was his routine at the finals about a half hour ago. So he wore green trunks during the judging. Came back at night with some different trunks, red trunks. Could not tape the whole thing. StreamYard would not let me upload his entire 3-minute routine. He did take his time. Full 3 minutes he was up there doing his routine. And why not? I thought the limit was 2 minutes, but nobody dragged him off with a cane. And of course, everyone's waiting for that trademark split that he'll do at the end. But this was a very strong statement from Andrew. This is what he looks like with one good, solid off season. And I don't think he's fully maxed out yet. As much as he weighed in at 299, he's probably something like somewhere between 290 and 295 tonight, I'm guessing. 299 was with his clothes on, shoes, hadn't dried out. That was Thursday they weighed in. So he's probably dropped a few pounds, but still, he'll come down a little bit more for the Olympia. People were kind of critical of his condition here today because it wasn't 100%. It didn't need to be 100%. This is what he needed to look like to win this show and get his qualification. And 9 weeks later, 9 weeks from today, we will see a much sharper version of this. I have no doubt. He's been doing a great job, him and his coach, Chris Aceto, and I don't see him screwing up for the Olympia. Very, very strategic on his part to do this show. And 3 years in a row. This show's only been held 4 times, and he's won it. Here he goes, guys. A 290-something pound guy going into a full split. Have we ever seen this before? Samson doesn't do a split, does he? I know Kai did. Kai wasn't quite as heavy. And there he goes. Yeah, good job, man. Good job. Let's go look at some confirmation rounds. So this was the confirmation round that they did in the evening show, the finals. And they were trying to pick out their top 3. And here's where they must have decided Nathan was third place and Jordan was second. I have no bias towards either guy. I just prefer the shape on Nathan. I can see Jordan's a much thicker guy. He's also got a wider waist. I like that classic flow. I do think that Nathan Epler needs a little more size. He's not quite where he needs to be yet. Little more size. And I think he'll be right there. Maybe another 10 pounds. Because remember, this guy was 212 a couple of years ago, 212 pounds, and he was one of the taller 212 competitors, if I remember. Got to be about 5'7", maybe taller than that. He's probably about 5'7", which is very tall for a 212. Most of those guys tend to be between 5'2" and 5'5". It's a class that was tailor-made for shorter, thicker guys. But Andrew here, just dominating. Condition-wise, I think both of these guys, Jordan and Nathan, had him on condition. It's not a condition show. That's one factor they're looking at. Andrew just dominated with that size, that structure. He's so wide. You know, people are critical of his obliques. Look like they're bulging out a little bit. Yeah. I mean, the guy put on at least 15 pounds of muscle. We're going to look at a comparison that Bodybuilders Without Borders did. I actually think I'll go to that. I'll go to that in a minute before we look at any other routines. Because we were trying to figure out, you know, how different does he look? And I didn't edit anything from last year to this year together, but Daniel at Bodybuilders Without Borders put together a little quick thing that we're going to take a look at. And that did give us a good indication of the improvements he has made. Just want to finish out this round here of the confirmation round. They did another one with they moved the guys on either side. It was pretty much the same thing all over again with Jordan and Nathan just flipping sides and Andrew staying in the middle because it was very, very obvious. He was your winner. And, you know, no disrespect. These guys both look great. Jordan looks great. Nathan, big fan of Nathan. And I'm very interested to see how he looks with some more weight on him when he has another good offseason. So let's take a look here at that comparison of Andrew from last year to this year. So here it is. See that? Yeah. I know it's kind of small on your screen, so I apologize for that. But you can see, I know it's different lighting and everything. Hits that front double straight on now instead of doing that tilt thing. I like the straight on version. Everyone seems to agree the straight on version looks better. Yeah, I wish I could make this look bigger for you guys, but it's from Instagram. It's from the back is where he really needed to improve. Did he really improve much? I think he improved overall. Hard to tell. It's got because it's small on the screen for one thing. Two different looks. Yeah, it's hard to say. What else do we have? I think he had some really good footage of he had some crisper stuff. Crisper video of Andrew, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Well, here's some photos first. These were, and there are three different photographers here, so I don't know who to credit. Good looks. That's Jordan, Nathan. Andrew looks great in that shot. That's iPhone footage. That's sideways footage. All right, we're getting out of here, guys. We're getting out of that. Stop screen. Just want to take a look at Nathan. I want to go to some of your comments because I actually taped Nathan's routine. I didn't tape Jordan. I honestly thought Nathan Epler was a solid second. I'd have to look at the score sheets. In fact, I wonder if the results are up right now. Let's take a look at that. Very impressed with Nathan. I think he's got a very, very bright future. Results not up yet. Oh, Texas Pro results are up. Wow. That was quick. Take a look at that in a minute. Or we're looking at Nathan. Got a beautiful shape. It's a classic shape. And he's not a classic physique guy. He is a open men's bodybuilder. Former 212 champ. Yeah, just look at the shape. It just needs to be a little bigger. A little bit. In the back in particular, needs to be thicker. Looks great there. When he spreads it out in the lat spread, you can see it needs to be a little thicker. He's not done yet. He's a work in progress, and he's making great progress. Yeah, you can see the back just needs to thicken up, especially in the lower lats. The latissimus dorsi. But he's got all the tools. He's got the frame. He's got the shape. Just needs to come in. And the condition's never an issue with this guy. Never an issue. So how much more of his routine do we got? I take this whole routine twice. Shots like that, how many guys could really pull off these shots? You have to have pretty small waist and pretty good shape to pull off these artistic, classic type of shots. Screen went black. I had stopped taping it, and it comes right back. Losing you guys. All right. go to the scores. See what these guys did. Let's take that banner away. Okay. Rand. Almost done with his routine here, guys. But I'm very impressed with Nathan. He did take third. He didn't take second, as I thought he would. So I'm just curious. How close was it? How close was it? All right. Let's take a look at the scores, guys. Score sheet was just posted. So let's take a look. Texas Pro. And here we go. Open bodybuilding. Okay. What the heck? That's 212. Congratulations to Francisco Barrios, by the way. Men's Classic. Oh, they've only posted the day one results. My bad. They have not posted day two yet. Yeah. Huh. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. My bad. Okay. Oh, let's put Jordan up again. So here was your runner-up, Jordan Hutchinson, having a great season. 5th place in Chicago, 3rd place in Tampa, 2nd place here. If there was a point system, which right now there is only a point system in place for wheelchair division, but if there was a point system in open bodybuilding, I think he'd make his way to Olympia based on those 3 shows. I think he would have all the points he would need. Everyone else that was getting all those top finishes, like Nathan Beavers, all those people are already qualified. Jordan is not. All right, let's go to. I'm going to go to the confirmation round again, so we can take some of your comments now. Props to Jordan, though. Okay, so let's get to your comments, guys. Haha! Good evening, Gregory. Andrew just served notice he is not finishing 5th this year. So yeah, last year, top 5 was Derek Lunsford, Hadi Choopan, Samson Dauda, Brandon Curry, and Andrew Jacked. Nick Walker was not in the show. He had injured his hamstring just about a week before the show, unfortunately, and had to pull out and withdraw. Someone had said Nick's never going to beat Andrew again. We'll see. These guys are all very, very top. I still see Hadi and Derek as the top 2. I don't know who's going to beat who this year, but I still see that as the top 2. I don't see any of the conditioning from Andrew or Samson yet that they would need to take either of those guys out. And as for Nick's a wild card. We don't know what Nick's going to do. And I'm not writing off Brandon Curry, but I'd be very, very surprised if he stays in the top 5 this year, which he hasn't been out of the top 5 since he won the Mr. Olympia back in 2019. 2019. Yeah, Roden won it in 2018. He hasn't been out of the top 5, so I know it sounds crazy, but it's we have these guys coming up that are just so good. It's going to be very difficult for him. 11 physique, yeah. It's a very different type of physique. He doesn't look like anybody else. It's a very unique look. Like I was saying, a lot of the old timers complain that all these current pros now, they're like cookie cutters. They're like clones. If you could only see the bodies, you wouldn't know who was who. They all have these big bloated bodies. Oh, I didn't keep that on loop. My bad. Confirmation round. Let's loop. Okay. Yeah, and I don't see that with Andrew's. You could look at Andrew's physique without the head, and you would immediately know that, oh, that's Andrew Jack. Nobody looks like that. He's got a very distinct look. Very bubbly, round muscles, crazy wide clavicles. Really not lacking much. He needs a little more hamstring still and the condition. Real Coach Powers, what's alone? You know that nickname you came up with, Big Mofo from Mofo, it just did not stick. I don't know why. I thought it was cool. So Alum Power says, well played and strategic by Hunter competing in Italy. Clear the Texas pros and Andrew Jack show moving forward until he beat Kuklo in his home state. Yeah, I mean, he's beaten everybody at that show in the past. This is 3 years in a row that nobody can beat him in Texas. I don't know I'm not saying Hunter couldn't beat him. Assuming Hunter wins Italy, which he needs to win or else he's not going to Olympia. He needs to win the Italy Pro or else he's going to be missing the Olympia. And he's going to be up against, we know, Rubiel Mosquera, Nextzilla. Perhaps Beirut might keep going. I know Nathan Dash is done, but Beirut might keep going. since it doesn't look like he's getting a visa, why not pick up some more money and another win? Why not? I mean, he would just have to beat Hunter, and Beirut is capable of beating Hunter. And I don't know if Hunter would be able to beat Andrew. We're going to see them, hopefully, assuming Hunter wins in Italy. We will see them together at the Olympia, and then we can see who's better. So, very high pro. Andrew is comparing the rest. Yeah, he's looking damn great. Look at Andrew, man, so inspirational. It's like I said, it's such a different look. Such a little waist. A guy who's over 290 pounds with a small waist, great V taper. He doesn't have a gut, and he can hit a split. Agree, Nathan number 2. Yeah. I just prefer David. I prefer Nathan's physique. I like shape. I know Jordan's a bigger guy, and he had great condition. The footage you're looking at here really doesn't do justice to their condition. If we could see the Gilco's not there. There is another guy there. I'll go to I think it was on Facebook. I have it. Yeah. Dumb comment. I'm gonna go to Facebook because there was some good footage of Andrew, high resolution stuff. Notifications. I'll find it, guys. Maybe I will. Maybe. We did not restore your post. Yeah, somebody reported my Dr. T video, which was just where in the world you can buy steroids legally. I wasn't promoting drugs. If somebody reported me for that. How dare they? Was this the one? No, that wasn't it. That wasn't the footage. I'm trying to find one that had some footage, guys. Oops. We'll go back. While you're looking at that, because it was clear, it was much better footage. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. No, I don't want chats. Notifications. I want notifications. My bad. This will be the last time I look for it. Still pictures. I'll find it. I don't know where it went. Was it this one? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, I found it. Why does it look so small, though? I want this bigger on the screen before I show it to you guys. I give up on that one, on the Facebook. Never mind the Facebook. All right, let's go back. Dumb comment. Nathan's physique looks like it costs a lot to maintain. What? What makes you say that, Jay? Costs a lot to maintain. Do you mean like gear, food, what? I mean, they're all spending a lot of money. Who's your favorite current bodybuilder? Oh, geez, Taco. I can't say I really have one. I honestly don't. I don't. So I'm not just avoiding the question. I really don't. Yeah. Back in I remember the Dorian era. Dorian was my favorite bodybuilder. Flex Wheeler was my favorite bodybuilder for a while. I don't have a favorite current guy. I think Hadi looks great. Derek. Samson's got a beautiful physique. Andrew. Nick Walker's a freak. Don't have. His front relaxed to this. Beirut is human. That's why. Beirut can't beat Hunter, so sorry. Well, we'll see. Well, we don't know. Desktop idol, Xavier Willis. Xavier, I was going to start calling these guys desktopers just to mess with you. But I don't have a nickname for the people that watch my channel. If you watch his channel, which is excellent, guys, Xavier Willis, it's called Desktop Bodybuilding, as you can see. He calls his viewers desktopers. What am I going to call you guys? Little monsters or something? And he was totally insane, in my opinion. Yeah, Xavier's got a great eye, so I agree with you, man. It was a crazy look he brought today. Total domination. I agree. The nickname, this was for Mofo, Big Mofo. Didn't stick because it was lost in translation. Yeah. Well, now I don't want to disparage the Egyptian fans, but any fans that are making death threats to another bodybuilder just because they beat your favorite guy, that's not cool. I mean, it's just going way, way beyond. Nathan looked great. Wish he could have gotten second. I thought he had second. And I don't have a bias. It's just I prefer that physique. If I was judging, he would have been second. All-time favorite, Sacco, I go with Flex Wheeler. He was big. He had beautiful, perfect shape, symmetry. I'd say like the Flex at the 98 Arnold Classic when he was like 250 and just shredded. He also looked great at those two Olympias, the first two that Ronnie won, 90, 98, 99. Xavier. Oh, yeah. Xavier. And you know what, Sean? Xavier goes way above and beyond what I would do because he's in Australia, which is, I know when my son was in Australia last year for almost 6 months, he was in Queensland. I know Xavier was in Tasmania. But it's like 12, 14-hour difference. So he'll be up all night sometimes covering these shows. I wouldn't do that. I'm just too lazy. I'm not going to stay up all night. I'm just not. Maybe if there was like more money in it for me, if there was like a sponsor that was, really hooking me up or something, but I don't have a sponsor. The only things I make off this are from the views, which is, it's not a lot of money. It's better than nothing. It's Andrew's greatest look to date. I think we're going to see Andrew's greatest look in 9 weeks at the Olympia. I'm very certain. I would bet you very, very good money. I want to get an interview with this guy. I'm going to get an interview with him. He's very nice. I'll accommodate his schedule, but I'll get an interview with him before the Olympia because I'm certain that him and Chris Aceto, they held back something like 10%. They held back a little bit on the condition because it would make no sense at all to peak 100% for this and dry out and do all that to win a show that they were pretty confident. Everyone that could possibly beat him would not be in the show. So yeah, I think he'll look awesome at the Olympia. Rolly's my all-time. Yeah, Rolly Winkler, 2018. Was that the year he got third? He was People's Champion, got third at the Olympia. That was a great look. That was a great look for Rolly. Yeah, it was a great look to date. Franco Costello, Franco and Sean. What's up, brother? Refueling now. Burgers. I can see the burger emoji. Yeah. You know what's funny, Xavier? Because you're listening. So I took this footage off. There's a couple guys, Spanish. Well, you can actually see the name of it. They were streaming this. They were streaming this at the same time. So that's copyright infringement. But I would never share a screen of the live stream at the same time. That's taking money out of the promoter's pay-per-view profits. So what Xavier does is he's watching along. He does watch-alongs and great watch-alongs with great commentary. And he does still pictures. He'll take screen captures as the show's going on. He'll put those up on the screen. And he won't do a video until the show's over, which, you're really not supposed to put any video up until the show's over. Otherwise, yeah, you're impinging on the profits of the pay-per-view. So these other guys, these other channels, obviously they don't care, but it would be very easy for the promoter to just report them as copyright infringement or something like that. I don't think it would be difficult for them to lose their channels, but I'm not going to lose my channel. I would never do that. I would never disrespect the promoters like that. Post-show carb up. Yeah. Eggs, barbecue, chicken burger. Good boy. Good boy. I'm so used to saying good boy to my dog all the time. I say that to everybody. Good boy. My wife, good girl. Correct, Ron. It's nice to appreciate that for some of the people investing in the sport. Yeah, Xavier is one of those guys. Like I said, he's up all night sometimes doing this. I would not do that. Unless I was being paid really crazy money or really good money, I should say. I need my sleep. I'm almost 55 years old. My life revolves around going to the gym and eating 5 solid meals and a shake every day. I'm a meathead, man. If I miss meals, if I miss sleep, I'm just grouchy and useless. Glenn, I'm a pro judge for 40 years. Pro judge in IFBB Pro League. Glenn, please be clear, because sometimes people say that and I've never heard of them. Andrew needs more inner thigh details from the front. And so clarify, Glenn, are you a judge in the IFBB Pro League or some other pro organizations? There are other pro organizations. There's pro natural organizations like the WNBF. There's the IFBB Elite League. That's a pro. They haven't been around for 40 years. So just please clarify, because sometimes people say that. And I'm not saying you're not a pro judge. I'm just curious if you're a judge in the IFBB Pro League. When you say pro, a lot of people instantly assume that. It's not always the case. Andrew, I hope nails it at the Olympia this time. Yeah. I mean, he looked pretty damn great. Fifth place last year. And that's, second Olympia. 7th place the first year, and he was sick as a dog. I don't know if he had COVID, but I interviewed him at the Meet the Olympians, a Thursday night before the 2023 Olympia. I'm sorry, 2022 Olympia. And he didn't sound good. You could tell from his voice and everything, he was sick. His throat, he was all stuffed up. He wasn't feeling great. I think he had a fever, but he ended up doing the show. Rush roulette there kills the promoters. Yeah, talking about these guys, I stole from their stream, so I'm not going to complain. Encourage everyone to buy the stream too, like you're on doing it right. Yeah, as long as you don't scratch me behind the ears, like Branch. Oh, Branch loves that. He loves belly rubs. I guess all dogs. They love being scratched behind the ears because it's one of the areas it's really hard for them to reach. What up, Ron? What's up, Joseba Iparraguirre? Can I say it right? Iparraguirre. Is he a Texican? Not a Chicano. Tejano. You guys know that Texas was part of Mexico for many, many years, right? The whole southwestern part of the United States was part of Mexico for many, many years. Well over 100 years, I think. Maybe 200 years. Yeah, they had California, Arizona, New Mexico, obviously, Texas. Texas was its own country for a little while. It was a Republic of Texas. True story. Yeah. How much more conditioning do you think Andrew should shoot for with the Olympics? Push too hard, he could lose that crazy fullness. I don't know. I've never seen him flat, Xavier. Of course, we've never seen him totally shredded and dry either. But he's working with Chris Aceto, and Chris is one of the very best coaches that's ever coached. I don't think he would screw that up. I don't think he would bring him in flat and string. I think he knows what he's doing, and he'd be looking at him every day leading up to the show. And, particularly last week, I'm sure Chris would be checking him out 10 times a day, 12 times a day. And if he sees him flattening out, he would take the necessary measures and adjustments would be made. But yeah, I know what you're saying. We don't want to see him lose any of that really round fullness. It's such a beautiful physique. And we got a question for Xavier. Do you think in Tampa they weighted condition too heavily, in your opinion? A lot of people still upset that Mo Fota lost to John De La Rosa. So Professor Jack was great last year. Was best spin at Texas Pro. Yeah. Texas, he always brings it. John winning, so I agree with the top two. Yeah. And again, maybe I am a little biased. I like John De La Rosa a lot. I've known him for, 13, 14 years, maybe longer. I've known him since I think around 2011, 2012. Great guy. Just joy to talk to. He was one of the first guys who gave me an interview on this channel after MD was done. I knew I would be able to get some interviews, but obviously I don't have the pull, I should say, of a channel with 336,000 subscribers like MD was. But I appreciate all the pros who have come on. Evan gave me a great interview. Branch Warren, Kareth Bajo, Milos has been on. Lee Haney had a great interview. The most successful interview I've had in the past, actually, in terms of views, has been this guy, Tyler Bowman, Musclehead 320, who got out of prison a few weeks ago. He's got the ankle bracelet now. But a lot of people knew him from Instagram, and he was away for 6 years. He was a good friend of Boston Lloyd. Anyway, people love that interview. You never can tell. Knowing that is beating his front double, front lat. I don't know about nobody. That front double is pretty crazy. Front lat, ab and thigh, that's three pose. Yes, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of his side chest. It's like the only pose of his I'm not, that I'm like, what's true, actually? Oh, you're talking about that. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for the video. Thanks for watching, Sean. Appreciate it. If that's you in the avatar, you look like a freaking Viking, man. And that's wrong. Hadi beats Andrew and Abenthai and Derek and FTV. Well, I mean, Hadi's a hell of a bodybuilder, guys. He was Mr. Olympia. He's the Arnold Classic champ. He's the Arnold UK champ. He's a hell of a bodybuilder. I mean, it's going to be a battle. I still, like I said this before, but I still see it coming down to Hadi and Derek again at the Olympia this year, but I don't know. The Hadi that we just saw win Arnold, Ohio, and UK would have beaten the Derek that was at the last Olympia, but the Derek that was at the last Olympia is not the Derek we're going to see in 9 weeks. He's had a whole year to work on his weak points, to get more muscle maturity, from the front, he needed more detail because that's where Hadi gets him from the front. That muscle density detail, that grainy old man muscle with the gnarly fibrous look to it. Derek doesn't have that across the arms, shoulders, and chest like Hadi, but he should have more of that. Muscle maturity is something that they call it muscle maturity because it takes time. I'm all Viking. Nice. Yeah, my son was just in Sweden for a couple weeks, and I think didn't a lot of Vikings come from there? Scandinavia in general. Did you see Derek dislocate his finger? What? How the hell did he manage that? PlayStation 5? That's not cool. That sucks. Any of you have injured your fingers or thumbs especially? It really screws up your training. It sucks. Because, you need to hold on to bars and handles and all that crap. I mean, you can use straps for your grip, but it sucks. I like your channel. Thank you, EM. I hope you subscribe. Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, share, ring that bell. It doesn't cost you anything, as I like to say. It really doesn't. Share on your media platforms. Get me some more views. Haha, thank you. I appreciate it if you would do that. Yeah, you can share these. There's a little button on the bottom that says share. You can share it to your Facebook or Twitter, X, whatever the hell it's called. I don't even know anymore. You can follow me on Instagram. You can do all that great stuff. Yeah. Let's back to your comments. Maybe I should put up another video, a different video now. That's enough of Andrew. Show Nathan some love, man. I thought Nathan looked fantastic. This kid's going places. Give Nathan another off season and a few more pounds. I think this guy with like 10 more pounds would be deadly. He's not there yet. He's not big enough yet to be top 10 at the Olympia. There's not a lot of room at the top at that top 10 at the Olympia. He's not ready for that. But a little more size. He fills out a little bit. Derek has poor detail in his chest. I agree. That's one of the things I'm not crazy about on his physique is the front's a little not blurry. It just doesn't have a lot of detail yet. But wait, now Nick Walker's winning this year. You see, guys? Everyone else is screwed. It's not going to be Hadi. It's not going to be Derek. And I'm not being facetious because you never know. I wouldn't. Nick's been third at the Olympia. If you're third place at the Olympia, he was third behind them in 2022. If you've done that well, you're knocking on the door. You're right up there. Which grips some of you? Yeah, I mean, any of you who have injured yourselves in the gym or anywhere, sometimes it's the most random, stupid ways you get hurt that have like almost nothing to do with lifting. Sometimes you're just like reaching behind you to grab something in the backseat of your car and you tear something or dislocate something. Yeah, it sucks. Let's go to show Jordan again because he was your runner-up. What the heck? Why not? Thanks for the coverage. Thank you for watching. Very cool, Alan. US. You're saying us, or you're saying USA? It's a good job by Nathan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nathan. I said this before, and it's not as it meant as a diss. I wasn't a huge fan of him as a 212. I thought he needed more mass. See if we got any new stuff to look at on the Instagram, as an older person would say. That was Bodybuilders Without Borders. Let's go to Buys and Tries. Yeah, they got some good stuff. What the heck? Let's go there. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Ian. What do I think of Sam Sulek? Great physique for, I don't know about competition-wise. I'm sure he would do well like a regional level. Maybe he'd do well at the national level. But I think Sam Sulek has done a phenomenal job of finding his audience and connecting very well with it. He's successful because he gives the people what they want. If you do that, you'll succeed. You'll make money. And he's got this no nonsense format to his videos where it's not a lot of fancy editing and screaming and crazy heavy metal music or rap music. It's just him driving to the gym, talking about what he's going to do and whatever else is on his mind. Goes to the gym, has a workout, and then he poses. That's pretty much 90% of what Sam Sulek's videos are. To say it like that, it sounds like they're boring, right? But no, I mean, people like his down-to-earth personality. He's humble. He's not one of those arrogant bastard types, So I'm glad he's had all the success. Of course, it puzzles me as an older guy who came up in a very different era before social media, but I'm starting to understand why people follow. And you know what? I'd rather see him have followers versus others who sort of get their fame by, like this Toji guy. All he does is talk about all the crazy amounts of gear he does. He's cocaine he snorts, stays up for days on end gambling. That's not cool. I mean, why would you want to promote all that unhealthy crap? And he's like 22 years old or something. Go back to that. What the heck? The first call out again, because Lewis Breed needs some love too, guys. Lewis did a great job in this show. Oh, I wanted to show you guys why does Andrew's chest look different, like more puffy? I think it's just bigger. I think his chest just got bigger. So I'm going to stop this footage so that I can go to some newer footage on Instagram. Let's do that. Because I did see some new stuff on Buys and Tries, another great Instagram page. First, I got to make sure the page is showing. Yes, it is. Okay, Buys and Tries. So this is a little better footage right here. Yeah, this is Pro Fitness Photos. Maybe he's got more stuff up there. Yeah, this is Pro Fitness Photos. What's his name? I want to give the guy his name. Huh? Chris. He's out of Salt Lake City. Is that Chris? What's Chris's name? Chris. I know him. He's at all the shows. He's always up front. He's like the official photographer. Chris. I can't think of it. My bad. I know the guy's name. I'm already getting tired. It's past my bedtime. That is a beautiful front double bicep right there. Look at that. Side chest isn't bad. I just wonder. I don't know. I don't know how we could make it better. Rear lat, great shot for him. So wide, rear double. Yeah, he could still fill this back out a little bit more. From the back, he's not as impressive as he is from the front. That is a pose on him. I love that side tricep variation that he does. Very classic. And he can pull it off. He's got the little waist and everything. There's ab and thigh. Chris Nichols. It's got to be Chris Nichols. Yeah. I hope I'm getting it right. But Chris shoots for Flex and NPC News Online. It's got to be Chris Nichols. So these are Chris's shots. Pro Fitness Photos is his Instagram page. Here's some shots from the awards that he just posted. Andrew with his trophy. He's got his wolf pack on the ground. He's got a weight belt. He's doing great. Here's the video footage that Chris shot. He's got to shake out those giant arms. So you can see this is crisper footage. This is 4K. This is better than what we were looking at in the stream, in the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view, I was also getting basically a copy of a copy because it was someone else sharing the screen from the stream on their YouTube live. They were just sharing the screen, and I was doing screen captures, video captures off their video. So that was like a second generation. This is much crisper, clearer. You can see his condition looks better. It's just 4K. We're just seeing better video resolution right here. But yeah, looks great, doesn't he? Still, yeah, the condition, not 100%. It's not. You can see he's holding back. Him and Chris Aceto, they held back just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's crazy how, there is that stereotype that African Americans, well, he's not American, he's just African. Men of African descent don't have great calves, but he's got great calves. And Samson Dauda also has tremendous calf development. So clearly not all people of African origin have bad calves. Some of them have pretty damn great calves. So yeah, look at this footage. You can see the conditions better than it looked on the other footage we were looking at earlier. Yeah. Looks great, man, doesn't he? What else you got? All right, enough about Andrew. There's a good shot of your top three. Confirmation round. This was your women's physique winner, Zama Benta from Brazil. I just want to wait till she turns around because her back is insane. She has got the craziest traps and lats. They look crazier walking around. On stage, she looks a little bit smaller. But still, I just want to see one good back shot from Zama Benta because she's got a crazy back. Brazil killing it in the women's physique, just like women's physique champion Natalia Coelho. And women's physique, Who's the one that was winning years ago? Wasn't that long ago? Look at that back. Yeah, who's the one? Juliana Malacarne. She won it like 3-4 times. Also of Brazilian descent. A Brazilian. They got some awesome genetics down in Brazil, got to admit. So there was Zoma Benta. She was your women's physique winner. I think we should show just a little bit of love to all the division champs, since he has them all here on his page anyway. Chris Nichols. Here's Andrew again. This was at judging, where he had green trunks. You can tell it was finalists later because he had red trunks on. Yeah, but this is look at how wide he is. It's insane how wide he is. And when you're up front, as I've been fortunate enough, I was at the first Texas Pro that he won. Yeah, he's even freakier in person, as you can imagine. It's crazy look he has. It's another shot of the top three. Women's physique. Here was your 212 champ, Francisco Barrios Vic, living in Brazil, originally from Argentina. Congratulations to him. He's been wanting a win in Olympia qualification for a while. He's got it. Congratulations, kid. Very humble, very hardworking kid. Coached by Patrick Tour from day one, I believe. Yeah, he's got to be super happy. Look at that condition that Francisco brought. Phenomenal. Congrats. Who else we got? That was Francisco. Yeah, he beat Jordan Janowitz, who was the Tampa winner last weekend. And Jordan's no joke. Isa Piccini won this again. Didn't she just won? She won last week. She's an Olympia champ too, I believe. Am I right? Better be. Miss Olympia, yep. Glad the way that I had to make sure. I don't want to come across any dumber than I already do. Yeah, gotta find her again. Isa Piccini, congratulations, bikini champ. Men's physique winner, Jeremiah Maxey, I'm not familiar with. I don't know. Lisa Meiswinkel, she won wellness, congrats. The newest of our divisions. From Germany, I believe, from Germany. Yeah, most of these wellness winners were coming from Brazil. The division's been around a lot longer down there. And here was your classic winner, Gabriel Zancanelli from Brazil. Fantastic physique on him. Fantastic. Yeah. Everyone's going to say top 5 at the Olympia. There's like 30 guys who are being hyped as top 5 at the Olympia, but dude, it's a tough division. There's so much talent in classic physique. These guys are amazing. Gabriel Zancanelli, great job. Is that everybody? Is that all the divisions? Oh, I'm sorry. Jessica Reyes Padilla. She won figure. She's won a lot of. The only thing she hasn't won is the Olympia. What's it say on her page? Back official. Yeah, she's won the Arnold figure international. She's won that before. She's won a lot of pro shows. She's probably got like 20 pro wins, maybe more. Yeah. Jessica from Puerto Rico. Some people say she's too big for figure. Well, that's for the judges to decide, and they decided that she's not. She does have some pretty crazy delts, though. Look at that. And back, yeah. She is very, very muscular for figure. Very muscular. I've seen her leaner. I think she toned down the condition a little bit. She was probably told to do that. 212. Okay. There you go. I'm gonna get out of this. Just gonna take a few more comments, and I'm gonna go to bed, guys. It's getting late. It's behind the back, over the top acrobatic stretches. I didn't see it. Bible deserves to be captured in 360 arena. No, I don't. Jay, I don't think that's the way to go, because 360, you want to. They're posing for the crowd. They're posing to the front, to the judges, to the audience. If you put them in an arena setting, you're gonna have a bunch of people looking at them from the side, look at them from the back. You say, well, I'll just put up the jumbotrons. Well, what's the point of seeing them live and in person? Big Ron is Ronnie Coleman. I'm a medium Ron, but thank you, appreciate it. Goku Luffy had annihilated the competition. Great win for him. I'm back. Had to check out for a minute. Well, appreciate it. I'm actually going to take off, guys. I appreciate all of you who came and dropped by. What? Tim Buttigieg should have entered. They're not going to give him an honorary ticket to the Olympia. He did do a ton of shows and did very well. I don't think they're going to do a special invite this year. I don't. Everyone's already qualifying. Unless maybe if Hunter doesn't win the Italy Pro or if Rubiel doesn't win, whichever one of those two guys, Nexzilla or Hunter, doesn't win, maybe they'll get the invite. And, the invite is just, they have that in their pocket for anybody, anytime they want to use it. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. And there's no hard and fast rules about what somebody needs to do. There's been many reasons. And in the past, like Gunter Schlierkamp, many times back in the 90s, he got invites to the Olympia just because he was Gunter, just because he was good looking. He was a Weider athlete, blonde, blue hair, 6'2". It had nothing to do with, he almost qualified, but he didn't. No, they just invited him every year for years. Yeah, that was awful. That was awful what happened at the CrossFit Games. Yeah, a gentleman died in a swimming event that was one of the events at the CrossFit Games. It should never have happened. Thank you. On the front, that's my real hair. They took it from the back of my head and put it on the front. Top, not so great, but it's better than it was. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. There is the UK Pro. I don't know if the UK Pro, tell me, Xavier, I'm not sure the UK Pro is an Olympia qualifier for this year. I think it might be. If it is, it's the last one. Because I know Legion Sports is right after that, and Legion is not. Legion is not a qualifier for 2024. It's a qualifier for 2025 Olympia. So I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. No invite unless would it be crazy for him to invite Nexzilla? I mean, he's got 1 billion fans. It's a business. It's a business, and they're there to sell tickets, sell sponsorships, sell pay-per-views. There's going to be more people interested in the show if Nexzilla's in it than if he's not in it. Obviously, the show is going to go on without him, no problem. But you got a lot of people who would love to see Nexzilla. He's got a lot of fans. Why would you not want to help that? And Hunter, I don't know. Hunter's a very good bodybuilder. He should be on the Olympic stage every year. They don't have to invite anybody, or they could invite. It's totally up to them. It does. Legion isn't for this year, but I guess 3 qualifiers left. He can still do UK. Okay. So yeah, the only qualifiers left are, drum roll, please. Okay, you only have Italy Pro, Italy and UK. What else is there? There's 2 left. Legion's not. Yeah, 2. Oh, you corrected yourself. Yeah, you corrected yourself. Thanks. My bad. Italy and UK. So there's 2 more chances. I don't know who's doing the UK, but Rubiel and Hunter, if either one of them doesn't win that, I would assume that they would go to that last chance, the UK Pro, last chance qualify. Why wouldn't you? I certainly would, and I'm sure they will. Because obviously they both can't win. One of them is going to win Italy, unless Beirut jumps in. Beirut could do that too. Yeah, what if Beirut jumps in? It screws everything up. Big Ramy. Nobody knows what the hell Big Ramy's doing. Nobody knows. I don't even know if Ramy. Well, obviously Ramy would know if he's prepping, but there's been not one word from Ramy about anything. Oh, or has there? Xavier's got the news. Thank you. Ramy is not doing the Olympia. I mean, why would he? He's got 2 Olympia titles. I don't see him getting it back. I mean, his body was just, it looked better when he came back at the Arnold last year, but it still wasn't quite as good as it was before. So, he's got billions. He's got millions and millions of fans. He's like a national treasure in Egypt. Sponsors, he's got his own supplement line. Financially, he's doing great. I'm sure he could coach. I don't know if he does coach, but if he does, he could charge a lot of money. He would get it. There's a ton of people who would love to be coached by Big Ramy. So believe it when I see it. Word is he might do the Arnold. That would be something. So let's stop. Believe it when I see it. Yeah, I mean, I don't 100% believe that he's done, but I'm pretty sure he's done. I'd say I'm 85% to 90% sure Ramy's done, retired. He just hasn't announced it, or maybe he's not even sure himself, but I don't think we're ever going to see Ramy on a stage again. He had a great 10-year run as a pro. He won the New York Pro twice. He won a couple Arnolds. He didn't win the Arnold US, but he won the Arnold Brazil. He won the Arnold Europe. Yeah, and he, Mr. Olympia twice. What else you want to do? Yeah, you're 70-30. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. I appreciate you all coming to the stream here. That was your results. These are your results one more time. Andrew Jack, victorious. Jordan Hutchinson, second. Nathan Epler, third. Lewis Breed, fourth. And Felix Norman, fifth. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate you joining and commenting. If you're watching this on a replay, drop any comments, critiques, questions, anything in the comments. It's good for the algorithm thing, which I don't really understand, but I know it's a good thing. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time.